Well, this week, some of the best musicians from around the world are performing in South Australia for the Adelaide International Guitar Festival. And as Patrick Emmett reports, the guitars they're playing may well have been made here.
In an ordinary-looking shed in a backyard at Port Noarlunga, an extraordinary group of Aussie musicians is jamming. Brothers Slava and Grigoryan have carved out international reputations as classical guitarists. Cal Williams has done the same playing the blues. But the man they've come to meet has carved out his reputation much more literally.
These are really new. This one was strung up 4 o'clock yesterday, and this one's had its strings on for about 2 days.
Jim Redgate is a luthier. He makes classical guitars, and he's no stranger to regular Stateline viewers. We last met him 5 years ago in his workshop. Each instrument he creates is so carefully crafted that he only makes around 12 a year, and those he does produce are eagerly snapped up by leading musicians from around the world. They're attracted by their sound, which is a rare mixture of power and warmth.
The cedar's definitely got a bit more mystery around,
a bit
you know.
deeper.
Creating his extraordinary sound is a mixture of love and science for Jim Redgate. He uses traditional guitar making techniques, but is constantly experimenting with new ideas to improve his sound. That means mixing premium quality exotic timber with space-age material like carbon fibre and Kevlar.
You can see there's a very thin piece of wood, and then there's this material which is it's a new space-age material called Nomex. Basically Kevlar. There's Kevlar on the paper.
It's bulletproof.
Yeah, bulletproof. You know, if someone shot at Slava, he could hold his guitar.
That happens a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. Good to know.
Jim Redgate also develops close relationships with artists like Slava and Leonard, who plays instruments in concert halls. Their feedback has been crucial to solve problems and develop the instruments.
If you're unable to sort of get an honest feedback on what you're building, you might end up doing 10 years of work and going down the wrong path and building an instrument. You might build an instrument which has a fantastic treble but has very bad balance or very basses that don't sing.
A lot of guitar makers are very secretive about their techniques and, you know, what's underneath the soundboard, and, you know, I think the fact that he's so open about it is wonderful as well. I mean, he wants to learn from other people. He wants other people to learn from him.
Alongside the classical guitars, Cal Williams is playing another masterpiece by a local luthier. It's called a rust bucket and was crafted by Don Morrison in the Adelaide Hills.
This is actually made out of his chicken shed. Yeah, literally his chicken shed door, and but that's like an old shovel handle in there as well. But yeah,
Is that a new guitar?
well, his chicken shed was pretty old, but it's a fairly new guitar construction. But yeah,
I love the way he leaves the
yeah.
the designs.
He looks for those things around. He was looking at my shed the other day and sort of sizing it up for another guitar actually. But
Despite the rustic look, these guitars are also much sought after and have a devoted following.
for something made out of a tin shed, it's just it's a beautiful feel to it, I think. So I've got national guitars as well, like the American made ones, but this is just, I don't know, it's got a heart to it. I think guitars have souls, and this one's just got really. But South Australia has, some of the best guitar makers in the world, really, like Jim, for example, and Don and Grigoryan and people like that. So it's
it's an amazing amount of guitar players in Adelaide. Really, it's a mecca for them.
It is, yeah.
The musicians, their guitars and Jim Redgate are appearing at the Adelaide Guitar Festival, which is being directed by Slava. He and Leonard have already played in a preview concert on Classic FM. Slava immigrated to Australia from Kazakhstan in 1981 with his mother and father. Both parents were professional violinists.
Through mum and dad's love of, other styles of music, jazz, rock, and everything in between, we were exposed to all kinds of music from a very early age, and also encouraged to try things out.
And the festival is an opportunity to pay homage to the instrument he loves.
It deserves a festival because there are so many different ways of celebrating the guitar. It has a place in every single genre of music from every corner of the world.